What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining me on Decent Analysis. We're going to be looking at Mara today. So as you can see, we've been riding up this upward sloping trend line. We've slightly broken underneath it. And we also do have another trend line here that can be drawn out. Probably something like that. It's not the best looking, but you kind of get the idea. So that's another object that we're going to have to break through as we push up higher. We have fallen underneath this trend line, and it looks like we're trying to push back up. So I do see two scenarios playing out where we can either try pushing up, we fail, and we kind of just continue along the downward sloping trend line, and we continue making something like this. The other scenario I see would be either a breakout, through these two zones if we get a major move on Bitcoin, or we break out later and push up higher. Not following this time frame, but maybe like over here or something. I don't know. So that's kind of where I see it going. It's either going to ride down this downward sloping trend line, or potentially break both of these in a snap of a finger and move up higher. So we'll see how things go. Of course, we have no crystal ball. We don't know what's going to happen, but the price action isn't looking too bad. It is pretty much like a nice little bull flag if you actually look at it. So, and with bull flags, you can always take, measured flags here and measure it from this move. And that takes you to much higher prices, but I don't know if we're going that high. Maybe you could take it from this, and maybe that's the highest you could potentially go. And that's what this flagpole is kind of drawing out. But that's not something that I would be looking for ideally here on Mara. It can get very parabolic very quickly. As you can see here, we've ran up very quickly, about 15,000%. So, some crazy things have happened. So, but that's what the TA is showing. But yeah, the price action doesn't look too bad though. When you take a look here on the monthly, we do have some serious resistance above our head. We have the 20 and the 50. That's going to be a key level that needs to be broken. Here on the weekly, we are above our 20, which is a very bullish sign, but we still have the 200 and the 50 week above our head, which is very bearish. And on the daily, we have the 200 day above our head. So we want to break above that and continue to break those other moving averages to allow price to push up higher. When you take a look at the RSI here on the daily, looking very good. Higher highs, higher lows. We are above the yellow moving average, and we're pushing up higher, eventually to overbought territory. Here on the weekly, we look great as well. Pushed above the yellow moving average. We are at the 50, the midline, and we're pushing up higher. So let's see if we can make it all the way up to overbought territory. As you can see, this level that we're currently at has acted as a level of resistance and support. So let's see if we can break above it. As you can see, the way that price reacted previously, it's pushed up, resistance, resistance, support, pushed up higher, broke down below, resistance, and so on. You can kind of see that. So let's see if we break down from here, or we can actually break above it, act as support, and push up higher. On the MACD, we're looking extremely good here on the weekly. We finally got some green candles being formed, and the blue has pushed above the orange, and it looks like we're starting to pick up some momentum. So let's see if we can get a large move to the upside. And on the daily, we're looking good. We're in bullish territory. We got a little minor pullback, but that's healthy, and we're pushing up higher, seeing an increase in volume. So let's see if we can sustain this and push up to much higher levels. We're going to zoom out, and we're going to pull some Fibonacci's. As you can see from here to this top, we pulled to the 886. That's the last line in the sand. You don't want to go much further than that when you're talking about Fibonacci's. So we got a strong bounce off of that. That's looking very good. Hopefully we can break above these levels and continue to push up higher. You will have a key level that you need to break, which is the 0.5 to the 618. You're going to have to break through that, of course. That is the golden ratio. And to the downside, when you pull from here down here, you have a key level that needs to be broken at the 0.5 of the 618, sitting at $43 to about $52. That's going to be a key level that needs to be broken to allow price to absolutely ramp up. And that actually aligns with close to the all-time highs where the body of the candles closed at. So take that into consideration and remember that, and expect some resistance here when you run up to this level as we break this downward sloping trend line. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys here on Mara. Like and subscribe, share with a friend if you enjoy this content.